Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. I hope everyone's having a wonderful night tonight. Let me go ahead and bring on our co-hosts, starting off with Mr. Johnny O.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm above ground and upright. That's all that matters.
Yep, I agree.
Next, we have Mr. Derek Simmons, the young man.
What's up, Derek? How are you, brother?
Good evening, guys. Oh, just another day on God's green earth. Enjoying the day.
Look like you're in a different room. You relaxing?
Yeah, I'm down in my man cave. Finally get to do it. I've been in the other places the last, finally get down here. It's been a week. So, too dark down here. I need to get new lights, but oh well.
Well, one of the things I've seen, besides start off with Armstead taking the pay cut to stay with Miami, which I like that. He wants to stay with Miami. He's taking a big pay cut from it.
Well, from what I read, and I guess there's different things out there, he's down to like 2.1 million, so he's saving him like 15 million a year.
Yeah.
So, and that's, I've said it on our show multiple times. If they could sign him to 2 million to be a part-time player and coach the guys, that'd be fantastic. And that's pretty much, it looks like what they did.
Yeah, that's great. We could, and then if Patrick Paul starts and then just mentors him and gives him that's a win-win for us. Now, he'll get paid that money, right, down the road eventually, or no?
It depends on what they did with the contract. They might have canceled the contract completely and did a new contract where he just gets the $2.1 million.
Okay.
Because you got to understand, this man hasn't played a full season in quite a few years.
Right.
And he just wants to play at this point. I believe. This is my feeling. I believe he just wants to play. He wants to stay with Miami. He loves what he's doing. And they're giving him an opportunity to stay. But he had to take a pay cut. It's what he wants. Now, we don't know until it comes out what the contract is, if he's going to get that other stuff down the road or what.
Yeah, we just got to wait and see, when they'll release it and let us know exactly what was done. So, whether it was pushed down the road or he just took the pay cut to stay there. But between him and Calais Campbell coaching the younger guys, you could definitely see improvement because even though he's an offensive tackle, he can work on footwork. He worked with Chop Robinson a lot, showing him where he was making his mistakes when he was leaning in and giving up his strengths. And, Calais on the other side does the same thing. So, that's an invaluable experience that these guys got being in a league this long. So he wants to stay. I'm all for it.
Well, it's like it makes me think about in the movie Invincible when the offensive guy showed him, look at my knuckles. If they're white, I'm coming at you. If they're or whatever, if they're red, I'm staying back. Something like that, and it's stuff that any kid or person needs to learn when they're playing the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's, the NFL is a different game than college. And in order to be successful and be good, you got to learn the pro game. And, when you got guys like Calais and who were we just talking about? Slipped my mind.
Armstead.
When you got guys with that much experience and have played on different teams and been under different coaches, they got a wealth of knowledge to be able to pass on to younger guys to help them out. So, yeah.
And then to get to learn from two future possible Hall of Famers, well, I mean, at least experience-wise, Armstead was one of the best tackles in the NFL, when he was healthy. And
yeah, he was, and unfortunately, I think the latter part of his career, he's been hurt more, so Hall of Fame might be a stretch for him. And Calais has been a good player for a lot of years, but only had a couple of years where he was really outstanding. So, he's still doing it at 38, and hopefully he comes back.
Good evening, Jorge Callis. How you doing, my brother? Another article was where McDaniel says they're letting Javon Holland test free agency. They're saying, according to, I guess, Javon Holland's manager or something, that he's looking for $80 million, $50 million guaranteed.
There's no way I'd give him that kind of money.
Well,
no, Miami won't give him that.
Well, Miami already said
we don't have it.
We won't touch that. So they're letting him test the, free agency and see if he can get what he wants.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to try to replace that in the draft, and then, or maybe free agency or something with saving a little bit of money we got.
Yeah, if there's a team out there dumb enough to give it to him, let him take it.
Yeah, especially after this last year, he's didn't show me anything that he's worth it.
No,
he's not even worth half of that.
Jalen, I would love to see Jalen Ramsey get moved to safety.
That would be pretty cool. Let him be the ball hawk, and then see what happens, and then still try to keep mentoring. I don't know what we're gonna do for cornerbacks. So I mean, the other we got Cam Smith, and but I'm not too fond on him. I was big on him, but he hasn't done very well either. So I don't know.
I don't know anything about the cornerbacks that we picked up off waivers from Seattle.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
I didn't even see that today. So
they were the contract, right?
That was done a day or two ago, and I know nothing about them, so I can't say. I was hoping Tom might come on tonight, but I know he's busy.
Do you see where we got the 2 years in a row as the best team grade, A+, pretty much all the way down the board for
that doesn't mean squat when you're not winning anything.
Well, I mean, it's just still it's attracting players down there, but I don't know if I'd give them an A for our doctors or whatever it was, or
Mr. Winters, how you doing, my brother?
What's up, Winters? How are you, brother?
How you doing, bud?
Been working my ass off, guys. I mean, literally.
Well, then don't sit down. You got no ass left.
I guess I just ain't got no ass, bro, for real. 39 hours and 3 days last week, and I did back-to-back doubles over my weekend, so yeah.
Just think how nice that paycheck's going to be.
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Trust me. So
tonight, Armando Swam.
Definitely, man. So it's great to be back on after feeling like Stephon Diggs for the second time, looking at everybody celebrating here in Philadelphia with the parade and everything, and they're going to be on a high all summer long. Trust and believe. Don't matter what the Phillies the fuck do here. they're going to be on a high, and they're already talking about repeat. So, you know, it's sad to say on our note, we could be fourth place in our division next year if we don't do what the fuck we need to do in this draft, and we don't do what we need to do as a fucking unit.
Right. What do you think about McDaniel saying he might possibly add 2 to 3 more running backs? I'm like, I don't know if you're just trying to trick everybody or you're actually serious, because if that's the case, we're in trouble.
Derek, I'm just
actually, he has to add running backs because right now you only have really 2. Because Wilson will get cut post June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
You're only down to Bachan and Wright, and that's it.
But you don't go draft them. We need other needs. You get some of them guys that you can add on, like unrestricted or undrafted players is where I would add one on. Especially in your top 2 or 3 picks. You know, we need offensive guards. We need a defensive tackle. We need a cornerback now, and then we need a safety as well.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Wright went in the 4th round, so running backs don't go as high as they used to. So, maybe somebody there 4th round, 5th round that they like, and if they slip that far, they'll take them. You're not going to pay them much. It's a rookie contract, 4th, 5th round pick.
I'm to a point right now with you, Derek. I think our importance right from the door, we need to work on offensive and defensive line. That's where you win championships. Philadelphia just showed you that. So you need to build your offensive and defensive lines. You're going to have a hole at linebacker that you need to fill. You're going to have holes at safety if you need to fill, and even at cornerback. We have a lot of holes on this team, and we are not just lacking starters, we're lacking depth as well. So, you know, if we don't manage, if Greer and this organization does not manage this draft well, and or free agency, and or undrafted free agents, and or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, we will be down shit's creek again.
It'll be a rebuild.
Yeah.
Now, would you guys bring back Kendall Fuller if you got him at a lot cheaper salary? We get him down.
Yeah, and I think that's why they cut him was the salary. So if they can get him down and he wants to return, I think they'll re-sign him. But yeah, there's a team out there that's going to offer him, 6, 7, 8 million, and that's just too much. So,
yeah, he's worth 2 or 3 million until he proves himself. So, I just don't even know who we got now. Like that was shocking to see him get cut, but I mean, the money wasn't worth it. But who else do we have back there? We got Cater still, right? I can't think right offhand.
No, Cater, Cam Smith. We don't have anyone special back there or anything. We need good cornerback. You got Jalen Ramsey.
Right. I'd love to see Nick Needham come back.
Yeah, but they never use Nick, and that pisses me off.
They don't.
The kid is rehabbed and busted his ass to get in there, and then you don't use him.
Yeah, and then they don't use him. Yeah.
Definitely shout out to Mrs. Shannon Needham, definitely, or Miss Shannon Needham. Definitely shout out to her because we've had her on the show a couple of times, Derek, and she's definitely a fun person to have on. Without a doubt.
I see a lot of you guys have her on Facebook and stuff, and she's supposed to be really cool.
Oh, yes. She's wonderful. I went out to LA opening week, not this season, last season, and she showed us around. We had lunch together. We went out and took care of the homeless, and she showed us different spots around where she lived. I mean, just absolutely fantastic.
Right.
And makes great cookies too.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I still haven't gotten one yet. I need to get one. So,
how is it the fat kid always brings up food?
Hey, always you, Paul. Always you.
There's nothing wrong with sweets.
Nothing wrong with them. Talking about sweets, I just got like 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, so you're not saying nothing right now.
What do you like the best? Which one's your favorites?
Oh man, I'll just put them all. I put 2 in the freezer. I put the Thin Mints in the freezer. I got the peanut butter patties, and I got the caramel delights.
Well, nice. I tell you, I found a Walmart brand Thin Mint that is identical, and you get a lot more cookies for less money.
Oh, I believe it, because they're $5 a box. So
$6 a box.
Yeah, up here they were 6.
Oh, well,
some
5.
6, yeah, 5 and 6.
I got mine for 5. I don't know where you guys got yours at, but I got them for 5,
They,
so I'm
they
good.
$6 a box around here for a couple years.
Yeah, man. Well, we got the hookup.
I guess so.
Yeah, we used to do a bunch of them. I had my cousin. They're sending actually my cousin's daughter. They're going over to the UK. She saved up all the money that they got for like grants and stuff or whatever helping. They get to go to the UK for a whole trip this summer because she's finally 18. She's been doing it since she's 13. She sold over a couple 100,000 boxes of cookies in like
I
5 or 6.
believe it.
It's
Dang.
insane.
And I didn't realize how serious that is, but that is extremely serious. They take that very seriously.
No, and they fight up here. If you're in somebody else's territory, oh, it's on. It is like it's like a rival. Like you're in my territory. Get out. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just some cookie.
Cookies are making
No,
me
it's not. There, don't say that shit. It's not.
You say that to the wrong girl, they're gonna beat you. Oh my! I like them tag-alongs. That's where it's at. Put them in the freezer. Oh man.
Oh, they're good too. I could listen. I'll be honest with you. I really do like all of them, but I had to pick because I'm like this. I don't need to have about 7 or 8 boxes of Girl Scout cookies in my house. That would not be good, especially with somebody that gets the munchies often. That is not a good thing to have the munchies. So no, I'm good with the 4 boxes I got.
Yeah, I got to hold off because you can't just eat 1 or 2. You end up eating the whole damn box, and that's the problem.
Oh my God, I've been guilty plenty of times. Trust me.
I'd open them up and be like, my wife be like, "Where? I'll save you some." And I come down to the man cave, and then next night, Derek, where's the cookies at? Oh, sorry, I kind of ate them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you guys already talked about Javon Holland in his comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was on shout out to Dougley Do Wrong. I was watching him a couple days ago and he actually sat there and talked about that. And I was really I wasn't surprised. And I'm gonna be honest with you, gentlemen. I don't expect him to be with us. He's not gonna be with us next season at all. I just don't see it. I don't.
No, he's wanting 80 million with 50 million guaranteed.
That's nice what he wants, but what did you do to get that? Like you didn't do anything to get that type of money. And I believe some team is going to throw it at him. Like close to that proximity, but I will guarantee you this: you did not do much this season to show me that you're worth 50 million guaranteed and an 80 million 3-year or 4-year contract.
Yeah.
I don't see it good. I don't see him getting that high. If they are, he'll get his money and be gone in 3 years, or they'll cut him. He'll be a cap casualty or something. He's just not. Just don't think he's got that X factor anymore.
Mm-mm.
So.
Especially when you're not diving for fumbles when you're supposed to dive for the fumbles instead of tapping the ball like me and Johnny O was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, he made one good play in 17 games and it helped win the game, but other than that, he didn't do nothing.
Somebody that's going to get 50 million guaranteed, and salary at 90 million, you need to be a game changer. You need to be a game wrecker or a game changer, something to earn that kind of money. That's elite status. I just think he's mid pack. I mean,
yeah. So, but you know how some players are, and you know what's sad? I got a funny feeling it's going to come back to bite us in the butt when Dolphin players leave us, they all of a sudden they get super strength and decide to come back as a brand new entity of some sort, and they kick us right in the ass.
Mika Fitzpatrick comes right off of the board, right off what I think from being.
Definitely.
Like, that's one guy I wish we never let go. We should have paid him. He was the X factor, and we just let him go.
He didn't like his role here. He didn't like his role in Miami. That was the reason why he left Miami to go to Pittsburgh, and that was during the Flores era. So
and then he goes back with Flores, and then still does go with Flores because Flores was the defensive coach.
I know. So, and I mean, we get to see him. Don't we get to see him on in Pittsburgh?
Yes,
Yep.
we play him in Pittsburgh this year.
Pittsburgh this year. So, and I'm gonna tell you something, gentlemen. I do not want to be the fucking guy to sit there and have Skylar Thompson going against this Miami Dolphins defense, and he fucks around and decides to show his ass in Pittsburgh. I will be pissed. Seriously. Because that's how that shit usually goes, gentlemen. It's not like I'm wishing it, and I don't want it to happen, but just our fucking luck, it'll be Skylar Thompson going against his old team in Pittsburgh, and all of a sudden he'll sit there and be like, oh, look at me now. This is what I could do.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
He'll throw for like 350 and 4 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then just be our luck, fucking Johnny. We'll be sitting together looking at each other like, what the fuck is this shit?
But like, where was this at when you were in Miami? Like, geez.
Well, no, different playbook. Mike never changed the playbook for him.
Right.
Everything's
built around Tua. And I'm afraid if they make the playoffs and they lose again and we don't win one, or I see him even Tua and probably not even making it if we get a new head coach. I love Tua to death, but I think, like I said, you're going to rebuild. We don't want that.
Well, you can't rebuild. Tua's under contract till 2028, and you're not taking that cap hit.
Not at all.
Man.
Well, I thought they had an out with Tua on the contract after 2026.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so, after 2026. So that's this coming season and the season after.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 3 seasons. Not okay. So that's what I was thinking. So then, the new coach is already going to be. He's already going to be planning. If it doesn't work out, but I think, like I said, I think if we get a line and keep Tua protected, we've done really good when Tua is in there and he's not pressured, and we can find a way and make sure Tyreek gets healed up with that wrist injury. It's there. We just got it. Defense and offensive line. If you ain't got him, you ain't not going to win.
He had surgery on that wrist. It was a ligament.
Yeah, and how bad did the media screw that up? Half the social media was saying it was his left wrist. Half of them was saying his right wrist. The videos I saw, it was his right wrist.
Yeah, same here. I've seen his right wrist today on a video where he was, all wrapped up and everything.
You know where that came out at first? Somebody posted it right on. They went into his store like 2 days after he had surgery. There at the how do you pronounce that mall? Adventurous or
Adventura Mall?
Inventory. Yeah. He said because that's where Soul Runner store is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd buy one of his shirts if they made Fat Boy size, but they don't have it. That one was
cool.
Hey, take a picture, send it to Tom. He'll get it made.
There you go.
Yeah, I need to get around. I've just been so busy trying to get upstairs. We almost got everything done. I got to get to see if I can get some Oriole jerseys.
Well, I ordered another jersey from Tom. I ordered the orange hockey jersey.
That's what he just posted, right? That has seen. Yeah. Is it Merino?
Yeah, it's a Merino one.
And then Johnny, you got a couple too, right?
Oh, I've got 10 or 12 of them from him.
But I mean, he posted a few pictures. Is that the one? Is that just prior ones or?
Yeah, so people can see examples of them.
So I just if I want like an Oriole jersey, like I just take a picture of or screenshot something I like, and then just say what size so you can see if he can get it. That's how I need to do it.
Yeah, and then he'll tell you how much it is. You pay him. He orders everything. They come in and he ships them out.
Now, how do I pay him? What does he take?
As far as I know,
PayPal, Cash App, one of those.
Venmo.
Okay, because I have Venmo. I don't have PayPal anymore.
Yeah, no, I've used Venmo many times. I just sent Tom money the other day for something for the cruise. He booked an excursion for us and put it in our group chat how much it was. So I Venmoed him the $85 to pay my portion of it. So
okay.
But I'm getting the orange hockey jersey, but it'll be number 67 with Papa Paul on it.
Nice. Very nice.
Best way to do it, brother. They can't trade Papa Paul.
Because I have a black one like that.
That's what I do all the time now. My name and 69 on the back, and that's that.
Can they
put my last name? Can they put my last name on it?
Oh, you could get anything on it you want.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that they would do all that with it customized and everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I got a closet full of them.
If you want it to say Pissant on the back of it, it'll say Pissant on the back of it.
Yeah, you literally can get just about if you can find a picture, online and screenshot it. He can get you just about anything you want.
Nice.
Here's a pink one. It looks orange in the picture, but that's pink, and it says Johnny O 69. Here's an orange one that says the same thing. Here's a salute to service.
Which I have one of those.
Same thing. Here's the dual colored one, the orange and aqua.
I want to get one of those.
Here's the Miami Vice one.
Oh man, that's sharp.
What else I got in here?
Hey, Mr. Paul.
I got Mr. Polk. How are you, brother? I got the perfect.
How you doing?
Perfect season 72. I got 2 of those.
It's too hot to wear them down. When I move down there, I think it'll be too hot to wear them.
Well, you just wear them into the game. Here's one that's just aqua and white. Nameplates in white.
Man, that is nice.
Here's the old Ricky Williams blue with the holes in the shirt.
Nice.
I want an all solid orange. I want an all solid orange, like back when Ricky Williams played when we had that orange.
I have
one. I got one.
This is orange or blue and white, but with pink around it for breast cancer awareness. There's a white one with pink for breast cancer awareness.
Man, you do got a whole closet. Well, how many you got? About 100 of them?
Well, everything here is just Dolphins.
Wow.
Man.
So,
and I thought I had a lot of Dolphin stuff. I only have a few T-shirts, and the rest is Dolphins.
I don't wear T-shirts. I only have a couple of them. So, but yeah, if you can screenshot something and put it in his thread, and he'll tell you how much it is, you Venmo him, and he can get it.
Okay.
And you can tell him what logo you want on the sleeves, new or old, or really old. If there's patches, you can get different patches, like the 347 or,
patch.
Yeah, the 40-year, 50-year patches you can get put on there.
Okay. I think this order goes in the 8th. Got to have everything by March 8th, correct?
I believe that's what it said. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get some pictures of some stuff. I'm ready for baseball right now. I ain't gonna lie.
What's baseball?
Yeah, I'm an Orioles fan. I like Jackson Holiday and Gunnar Henderson. Like the Orioles finally got some people, and I'm gonna go to a couple games before I.
Let's go Phillies.
Oh,
let's go Phillies. Come on now. We talking baseball. I know we stunk up the place in the playoffs, and I know the Mets killed us, but guess what? We still a threat, so I'm looking forward to the season.
Mr. Polk, I want to talk to Mr. Polk and see how he's doing. It's been a while.
Quite a while.
How's it going, Papa Paul, Dolphin winners, Johnny O?
My brother.
How's everybody doing?
Man, good, man. It's good to have you on here for real. It's been a minute, man. What you been up to? Talk to us.
Oh man, just been busy going around from podcast to podcast. You got a couple young guys that I try to go and be on and support. Deep Zone with Iceman, DG Live, and I've been hanging out with Peter. I've been kind of jumping around, but I try to go and support some of these young guys that's trying to get started because I like what they're trying to do.
Well, that's good, but don't forget about us old guys.
Oh no, I can't. Hey, I can't forget that because I'm an old guy.
Yeah, I found out this past weekend that I'm older than OJ. I'm older than Sam Madison. I'm older than all those guys I've been sitting at the table with and talking with.
Well, I could have told you that.
I'm the oldest one in this panel.
That's why I'm here. I'm here to keep you old men on your toes, keep you guys going.
Yeah, you are the youngest person in the room right now, Derek. It's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
How's Ethan doing? Anybody heard? Anybody know how Ethan doing?
Yeah,
Start
he's
is
doing good.
Yeah, I just seen him post something. It's baseball season starting for him down there. So yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
He's
So what?
doing real good. He's living a dream.
mhm.
Good. Good. Okay. And then what you guys talking about right now?
Just whatever we can about Dolphins and anything else that pops up.
And John, one of them jerseys you pulled out that was half, what was half orange and half something?
Half
Man,
orange, half aqua. Yeah.
yes, that was hitting.
That
That
was
jersey was
tight.
hitting.
Yeah, I got to get one of those. I have a Jerome Baker one like that that's autographed.
Mm-hmm.
I have two in the closet. One has my name and number. The other one I have Marino.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have one like that for Jerome Baker that's autographed. I got shit. I got baseball. I got an orange baseball jersey, Miami Dolphins, which I love that one. It's comfortable as can be.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 of those in the closet as well.
What if they could make Papa Paul do like a baseball jersey on the back, but do your symbol in the background that you got as your background? That'd be nice too. I still need one. I need to get you to make me one of those or something. I just love that graphic that you have on the back as your screen. Like that is just awesome.
Yeah, we did a newer version of the peace, love, fins up symbol for the DCC, and it's a bigger version of it. I'll have to show it to you when I get it out of the washer, and I'm gonna have some shirts like that made up.
Yeah,
Well, count me in on one. Let me know when you do it. I want to get one ordered.
Yeah, because I got my white shirt wrapped up and hidden.
Yeah, I still wear all my. I still wear my white ones to the gym with my Dolphin shorts that I have, and a couple of the guys there are like, "Man, where do you get that stuff at?" I said, "That's the group we're in," and then people
Mhm.
point you out when you go somewhere. Like I was down in Florida when I was in Jacksonville, I was wearing one shirt just in the hotel, and they're like, "You're part of that group? Where'd you get that?" I see them on YouTube. I'm like, that was before I got started on here. Before getting in here big now, and it's like crazy. Then when I was just down there recently, they're like, "Oh yeah, we seen you on the podcast. How did you get on there?" It felt cool. I felt like a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm nobody. They're like, "You got to be the coolest guy. How do you know to get all these people?" I said, "Man, I'm just lucky." And I said, they act like I was some kind of celebrity. I'm like, I'm just normal, man. I just got lucky.
See, you're getting famous. Watch out.
No, right?
Oh shit.
Just remember us little guys when you get real famous.
I don't know about all that. You're the famous one, not me.
Shoot.
Real.
I'm just me. I do what I like. I do what makes me happy. Try to make other people happy.
It's funny when you get approached by people when you're like, "Oh, you're that guy that's on TikTok at the game," and I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I'll be on TikTok all the time." They're like, "Oh wow." They're like, "Yeah, it is you," and I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm for real." Got pictures. I mean, they wanted pictures and everything, and it was great. Like, it's cool when you meet people and they look at your content or the podcast, and they know you from the podcast. Like, shout out to my brother Russell Hopman out in Massachusetts. He suggested the show to some guys that are Dolphin fans in his area. The guy saw him the next day and gave him a big ass bear hug. Was like, "Bro, that's one of the best shows I've ever watched." So it feels good when we do have content and we do produce content the way we do, that people are noticing us, and I know that I appreciate it, and I know everybody probably on here appreciates that. So people are watching us; they're paying attention.
We do, and I think one of the things that gets us over on people is that we're just fans talking about the team we love, and we're not yelling and screaming over each other or anything.
Yep. I will say one thing for any of you who are watching, who, if you see us out and about, whether it's at the tailgate or at the game or something, if you come up and say, "Hey, you're that guy from the podcast," or "I see you all the time," tell us who you are, because we don't get to see your face. I have people every week come up and go, "Hey, Johnny, how are you?" I have no idea who the heck they are.
Yeah.
They watch the show. I know, Papa Paul, you've experienced. They just come up and say hello, but they don't tell us who they are. So even if we know the name from them commenting, then we'll know who it is.
Real quick, the Ravens. Yes, you may ask a question. We love questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've had that several times. Papa Paul, how you doing? I'm like, good. How are you? Yeah. What your name is?
Right.
Yeah,
They'll come up and ask, "Hey, can I get a picture with you? I see you on your podcast all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And I take a picture, and I have no idea who the heck they are.
That was like the time at the tailgate. I was like, man, what if they let me on there? And Johnny, you're like, oh yeah, just go talk to him about Jordan. I'm like, I never thought I'd get on this stuff, you know.
No, listen, we're always. That's why we can have up to 10 people on here, so that we can get different people on.
What is your Dolphins game? Let's start off with. Go ahead, John.
Recently, damn, that's tough. Recently, the biggest one, the most exciting one I can think of is the Denver game at home. Not this season, the season before when we won 70-20. All-time favorite is probably Shula breaking the record in Philly.
There's a lot of them. I mean,
there's just so many games to be able to pick from. It's
one of my favorites is actually the Thanksgiving Snow Bowl game against Dallas. My favorites.
Who was our quarterback at that time?
That was Marino.
No, it was not. Who was the starting quarterback? Because Marino was injured.
Oh, I know what it is.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I don't know that. I can't think of it.
Good. Doug Peterson was the quarterback of that Thanksgiving Snow Bowl game.
Okay.
And he was the one got the win for that game. So for me recently will be that Baltimore game when we came back in the fourth quarter and literally watched over 60,000 Raven fans. Sorry, no offense. Raven fans be completely quiet, and we came in there and won our first game in M&T Stadium in the history of our franchise. That was probably one of my favorites.
Well, another one, really, as far as racing, I do love the 70 Whomper that we did on Denver, but I would have to say Miracle in Miami because I was on a cruise ship at the time, and the eruption the bar had when we scored that touchdown was incredible. You heard it across the whole floor of the ship there.
Is that the one where the running back from Alabama, it was a kickoff or something like that, and they kept passing the ball around until they made it in the end zone with the running back from?
No, it was a pass play, and they pitched it 2 times, and it was Kenyon Drake.
Right, that's the one I'm talking about. Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, he's the one who made the touchdown.
Yeah.
And Gronkowski doesn't have the angle.
Oh, he doesn't have that. He got
That's right. He got that
angle.
That's right. You're right on that, Johnny.
Those are my favorites, really. Austin, what's up, brother?
Hey, Austin, what's up, man? We're ready to have
What's
some
up,
fireball shots, brother. That's Jason's son that we go down with all the time. That's my buddy.
Another recent one that was very electric at the Hard Rock was the Baltimore game on Thursday night that we won, and that place was going absolutely insane.
Yeah, the crazy one for me, like the 2 down in Miami, the first ones for me was one, the 70-26 game with the Bronco game, because I got to meet Marino, so that'll be something I'll always remember.
And it was 70-20. Don't give him 6 extra points.
Oh, sorry. And then probably the other one where it was Austin who just commented on there. We got with our rep, and he was able to get us on the field for being, for military. Shout out to Austin serving for the military down there in Air Force and Panhandle, Florida. Just being able to do the American flag on the field, that was just one heck of an experience. and then have to come back to the Ravens game because I was at that game watching all the Ravens fans just completely go silence. And I was right beside the couple people. I was like, he's going to throw it to Hill, and there it was. And that just started it. It kept going, and then at the end to Waddle. It was great. That's got to be my 3 top that I can remember. That live ones I was there that I enjoyed.
Yeah. Man, oh my God. I can remember that game too, Derek. I would just sit there and literally, we were at the very top of the stadium, last row. I could see everything. And I was sitting with Stephen D, and Solo D was coming up in our area. And, and just to sit there and go through that emotional roller coaster, I was just like, it was bad. It was bad for a moment. It really was. Because when it was 35-14, I'm just looking. I'm like, this is painful.
It was. I was like, I said, I'm never coming back to Baltimore again. I said, I'm only 2 hours away, and I ain't coming back no more. Man, was it rough. And then it was like the one Thursday night game that I went to, we got blown out either way by the Ravens, but the only thing that made it worthwhile was pregame. I was tailgating where the new Top Golf is. We had all the a couple Penn State guys, and then OJ McDuffie was tailgating right beside us. So it's like, at least we got something good. We got smoked, but I got to meet OJ McDuffie. But yeah, we haven't had very good luck up in M&T Bank Stadium. It's rough. That's
where Chubb blew his knee out.
Yeah.
In a game we were down by 30.
No, mine was when we had that losing season, and we won that one game. That was my favorite because, like I said, I celebrated that game like it was a Super Bowl.
Yep.
The only game we won that season.
1-15, and we won one game. And you're right, I was celebrating like crazy. We weren't going defeated.
Exactly.
That was against Baltimore, wasn't it?
Yes.
Great. It was against Camarillo or whatever with the scoring touchdown, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think I remember jumping for joy on that. That was the one game that I could actually watch on TV.
Trying to figure out, was he from Ohio State? Nah.
So Camarillo?
No, he wasn't from Ohio State. I'm thinking about the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Ted Ginn Jr., but it was another guy we got from Ohio State too.
Brian Hartline.
Exactly, Hartline.
Yeah, he's a I think he's a coach at Ohio State right now, isn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him.
I liked him too. I liked Hartline.
I wish we'd get a receiver back like hard nosed like Landry, Jarvis Landry. The way that guy left it all out on the field was. We need heart like that.
Yes.
Can you imagine if Tyreek? Can you imagine if Tyreek, as good as Tyreek is, played like Jarvis Landry?
Oh man.
Oh
man. That guy more than never quit. And I ain't like when we.
What do we think we're going to go after in the draft? What do we think, or what do we want? That's two different questions there.
Yeah. All I got to tell you is flip a coin.
John Featherland, what's up, my brother?
What's up, John?
What's up, John? With us losing, most likely going to lose Holland. We don't know. I would really like Starks or the guy from Starks from Georgia, or the guy from Texas. But then there's a defensive tackle that's plays for Michigan. He's pretty solid. And then did you see where a lot of the people up here, the guards, are familiar with the plays that Miami was running? They did a lot of that stuff in the pulling and everything because they ran a lot of the same schemes at West Virginia University. So the guards are they already came out and said here on the Senior Bowl and stuff that they were, they were kind of familiar because they liked what Miami was running, so they ran the plays. So that would help. And then West Virginia's line's been pretty good recently in the last few years.
Oh, I mean, we don't have access to the board. They could go after an offensive guard. They could go after a safety, the tight end. Who knows what they're going to do? I'm the wait and see guy. Let's wait and see, and we'll talk about him after they draft him and what we think. And
But I know Papa Paul mentioned a couple weeks ago, and Johnny, I think you did too, even possibly trying to even get draft back, get a few more picks because we need depth. We need players. We have a little bit more friendly cap now with Armstead coming down, doing the league minimum. What's wrong with trying to add, 10, 11, 12 guys, even some extra linemen, offensive line and defense line. Let's just stack it up and see what we can do.
well, even if you got 10 picks, the all 10 aren't making the roster. So, I mean, it's, but you got to get guys in there and look at them. Nobody drafts 10 guys and keeps all 10. It just doesn't happen. But, if you can get 5 or 6 of them, or, maybe 7, and 4 or 5 of them turn out to be starters and other guys are backups, that's great.
Right.
We just got to start doing better. We have to start doing better with our first round picks. We've had a lot of bad picks in our pick ones. Like we've missed bad.
The Ravens got another question. What are your opinions on the Dolphins alternate?
What, the uniform?
I'm not sure what he means on that.
I mean, if he's meaning the alternate jerseys, I like it to where we have the throwbacks, and then I love the new symbol too. I think it's great to have best of both worlds. I think where people say, "Oh, you need to go back to the new symbol or the old symbol, and then get rid of the new symbol." No, you need a new era, and you need an old school era. You need to be able to have a little bit of throwback and this and that. That's what makes it. I think makes it fresh.
Since we've been in the new era symbol, we've done shit.
Yeah, and you're a young guy. I'm my favorite one is the one from the '90s, and then I like the one before that in the in the '70s and '80s. But this new one, I'm still not sold on it.
I'm with Austin. I miss all orange, but we never played. We never played good in it. Yup, I'm the same way. I love the orange.
I love the orange one too.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go dark.
Brings back the days when Ricky Williams is running the ball. I love that. Love that on the Monday night games against the Jets. Oh man, it was great. But yeah, I would love to see an all orange come back. I even play with the Madden with the old school orange. But I like the orange that we've seen too, like like our shirts and stuff, and that orange. They need to give it a little bit brighter orange. Like I've seen a couple of the jerseys at the games and stuff. That would be cool. But I don't know if they're going to do anything like that.
Probably not because we want it, so Russ won't do it.
Plus, how much longer is Nike going to be with? They don't have too much longer left under contract because they're gonna send it back out. What has Nike got, another year or two?
I don't know.
Because it's coming into it's not the NFL, it's the money league, and it's just Goodell could pull every dollar he's going to.
Oh, absolutely. If somebody else jumps in there and says, we'll give you this much more money, then that's who they're going with.
That's why they're going with some of these exclusive, streaming apps for certain playoff games and stuff like that. They're getting paid buku dollars. They don't care if you watch it or not. They're seeing the dollar signs. They don't care.
Right.
But Ross definitely needs to, they need to start giving out some more stuff, some more swag, some more free stuff away. Out of the 3 years I've been a season ticket thing, we really haven't got much. There's not been a whole lot of free stuff, Like there's been some towels and stuff, but it's nothing from the Dolphins. That's what's frustrating because you look at all these other teams, they're giving out a lot of cool swag,
Dude, I get swag at every different stadium I go to. I get handed something as I'm walking in, and I'm not one of the first 10,000 to get in the stadium, and I still get it. And I bring it home and I give it to a friend who likes that team. And, Dolphins last year, I think they had 1 or 2 or 3 giveaways, but it was only the first 10,000 people, and you didn't even find out about it till you got in the stadium.
And then it was most of the time it was Orange Bowl or the U stuff.
Well, they did have the one time they had the apron, you could wear at your grill, but they only had like 8 or 10,000 of them, and nobody knew they were giving them out. So only the people that went in early got them.
Yeah, I got one of them. The white flag that they gave out when they were doing the halftime, putting them up on the wall. Who they put up on the Ring of Honor this past year?
Oh, that was
Zach,
Tim.
Tim
Bell.
Bell. Yeah,
I
Tim
have a
Bell.
couple of the flag. I have a couple of them white flags. This lady was like, I don't want them. We're trying to get done. I have like 6 or 7 of them. She gave me like 30 of them things, and I was giving them out to little kids and stuff and trying to find people to want them. But if anybody needs one of those, reach out to one of us here.
Which flag was that? The one with the dolphin on it? And hold on,
When you talking about these flags, hold on.
this one.
Yeah, that one. I got a couple extra of those.
I
Talking
got
about these.
a couple of those. I think it.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The year before, they did give out these, and there were 3 colors. And luckily, I had my son James with me, so we got one color walking in, but we got a couple extras. And then as I was walking around, I would see people with a white one. I'm like, "Hey, I got orange. You want to trade?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I was trading with people because depending on what entrance you came in, depending on what color they gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the favorite thing I got is this right here. I don't know if you can see it real well or not, but that's what we got from Marino.
When was that one?
That's when the 70-20 game. He signed a pitcher. That's what he did for us.
Oh, okay. Oh, when you were down in the field, yeah.
No, that's when we met Marino at like the 50-yard or like the concourse level when he only did that tickets when we met him.
It's just amazing that all this money is being made in the front office, and yet the tickets are. I don't go to the game, but the tickets are high according to people I've talked to, and like I said, it should be a lot of giveaways. It should be a lot because back in the day with the Orange Bowl, oh yeah, they were giving stuff away.
Oh yeah.
But now I just don't get it. All this money you making with the the racetrack and everything, and you're still not handing out some freebies.
Well, the thing too is even the freebies they give you a lot of times it says sponsored by Publix or sponsored by this, so they were involved to get their name out. It's not coming directly from the Dolphins. It's somebody, Publix approached them and said, "Hey, we'll make 40,000 towels. We can get them at 13 cents a piece, but it's going to say Publix on it, and it's got to have your Dolphin symbol." And Ross is like, "Yeah, go ahead, we'll give them out." Yeah, because Publix paid for them just for promotional and advertisement.
Exactly, but in the Orange Bowl, they know it was coming from the Dolphins. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think so. I think the nicest thing they gave out was the grill. It was the same time when Pepsi Max was doing their grill things like aprons or whatever. Like I said, they gave that out. I have one of those. I was just trying to hunt for the flags and the other stuff I got, but I think I packed it all away in storage right now. But that was probably the nicest thing.
Yeah, the aprons I didn't even know about till we went in the stadium and I saw people with them.
And they were doing the same thing with them. People were grabbing like 6, 7 at a time. And then you go around at the end of the game, people were trying to sell them. They were trying to sell them for like $40, $50. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, they should limit one per person on a lot of that stuff.
Well, yeah, you say that, but like if I know there is something like the flags, I went in, they handed me a flag. I said, "Can I get one more? I have a friend that needs one," and they handed me one, and I stuffed them in my back and then walked around to another line and got a couple because I knew people were still tailgating, so I could give them. I don't sell them; I just give them to my friends.
Yeah.
Right. Like I try to give a bunch of ours away, but what they do is when we got down towards the end like that for the flags, for example, they were just like, "All right, here's the box. We're done with them here." They just, instead of handing out one, they're like, "Oh, here's 20 of them." I'm like, "What am I going to do with these?" Well, they're like, "Well, we're done. We have to be somewhere else on the field to go work."
Well, next time take them, Derek, and then see us and make sure everybody got them.
That's why I got some, and we didn't get other, but I got some flags if anybody needs it. I got quite a few of them. One thing I've been doing is every game I go to, I like going into the store and buying the pins. Every time I go there, whether it's if I don't go or Jason or one of them go without me, we get the pins because I'm going to get one of them special boards. I'm going to start and I'll put them in dates and lines of every game that I've gone to. I'm collecting one for every game I go to.
I have every pin from every game this past season. Even if I wasn't there, I have people pick them up, and I literally put them around the hat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but the only problem is that by the end of the year, the hat weighs 5 pounds.
And then one of the things they gave away, I would probably say the best thing they gave away, now that I'm thinking about it, is when they did the 50th anniversary for the Dolphins, and they gave out the game ticket stubs. You know, and they were the hard plastic little stub things. I gave Jason and Austin and all them. They were pretty nice. I have 2 of them left.
Hold on, let me find them. I know
What's up,
exactly what you're
Papa
talking about.
Smurf?
Here we go.
Shout out to Papa Smurf. What's going on, good brother? Mr. Kirby, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys?
Family.
You talking about these?
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got 2 of them because eventually I'm going to put them in a frame, but this way I could put the front and back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too.
I have 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah, I was able to get a couple extra. They actually gave them out to fans. They weren't even Dolphins fans. A lot of people. The one guy was about to throw them in the trash, and I was like, no, I'll take that. And I was lucky enough to get it because I think I had 8 of them. Everybody, all my friends, all the people that I went with, like Jason and Austin and Derek, they all got some. And then I got the pins. I think there's 4 or 5 pins. I think it came in that plastic case that you could get.
Papa Smurf, don't forget about bringing your tent for the party this year. I got other people that will be camping out.
What's up, Papa Smurf?
What's up, Papa Smurf?
Papa Smurf, what's going on?
Derek, have you ever met Papa Smurf?
I don't believe I have.
I think you probably have.
Probably have.
He's a little shorter guy, white beard. He tailgates in East 12 with us with Mike Winters.
You know him if you see him.
Yeah, if you saw him,
I'm
you'd
with
know him.
names. Yeah, because like I said, I deal with so many customers now and clients. I'm like, I don't remember your name, but as soon as I see your face, I'm like, I know who you are.
Yeah, you've probably seen Papa Smurf at the tailgate. So he's about 8 or 10 cars down from where we're at, like close to the middle, near Allie and Jared and all them.
Okay. All right. And then Papa, another one I haven't met was Mona. I don't think I've ever met Mona either. Has she been there at the tailgates a lot of the times or no?
Mona and Chris, yeah.
This year she wasn't at a whole lot. She was
Only a couple.
She was at fan club weekend.
Okay.
And I think only one other one really.
Now, I'm not trying to make you worry, but Maria said at the DCC she looked at East 12 and they were building buildings on where we park.
Wow.
Yeah, they got.
It used to be just the stands for the track. She said they're actually putting buildings there.
Damn.
At the
Yeah,
stadium?
I don't know what they're going to be.
Do you think they'll tear them back down, or is it actually full buildings, concrete, and everything?
No. These are full metal buildings.
I mean, they can't keep taking parking. You're not going to fit anybody in there.
Oh my goodness.
I just wonder if it's a temporary because they put a lot of them metal buildings and stuff that they could come down pretty quick too. I mean, yeah, because why would they go and try to take away the big party area?
Duty I-beams they're using.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see when the season starts. We may be moving away from. It'll still be East 12, just to the left or right of where we're normally at. So,
right. But hey, it comes down again. Ross sees them dollar signs.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Right
and
now,
turn them into luxury suites.
More than likely, I'll just be parking in yellow most of the time.
I'd say with me, we got a yellow pass. Jason's got the yellow pass, so just I'll be using his pass or whatever. Or well, it's our pass. We split the tickets, I guess, but whatever we can do with him or whatever. And then depending on if Austin's going to come down with me most of the home games. So I know Jason's only going to be able to make a few of them. But if I ever have to go by myself, Papa Paul, I'm swinging down. You meet me across over towards the side. I'll swing and pick you up.
Well, if it ever ends up like that, I could swing over to Palm Coast and drop my vehicle off there with my aunt.
Yep, and I'll get you. I don't mind driving.
I hate driving. I do it for a living, so.
I'm just used to it. Yeah, I get tired of driving, but if it's for the Dolphins, it's all right.
You know, my wife might be changing jobs soon, and we got to watch the funds right now because it's not going to be near as much money as what she's making.
Yeah, there's a lot of jobs cutting. You know, the one the one job they had for me to move down to Jacksonville. They basically cut that position, and they're going to hopefully try to make another one. But who knows? My future's up in the air as well. So I mean, obviously I could get work down there, but it might have to change fields. You know, and make sure I have this house bought before, I change. That's the main thing. It's just there's so much uncertainty right now, but we just keep living every day to the fullest. That's all we can do.
Right.
Yeah.
I always tell people right now, I said, if you have a job, you might want to think about, I'm not discouraging anybody to switching their job. You do what you need to do, but you got to be careful because we don't know what the future upholds. We have no idea. So you might want to take heed. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it, for real.
Well, I mean, it's one thing. You're still young, Derek, so you got a lot of time on your side. But when you're 60 like my wife, it's harder to find a job. And
yeah, hopefully it works out the best for you.
Yeah, for real.
But then again, Papa Paul, your wife's got a lot of knowledge in that crowd in the field she's in, so she might be highly sought of. Start out a little bit there and see what she's got, and I've learned too with these jobs, just because they post something that says, "Oh, okay, we're only going to pay you $23, $25 an hour," for example. You go, "Here's my resume, here's what I want," and then you negotiate with them, and then they give it to you most of the time. So,
right.
What's up, Nance? How are you?
Hey, Nancy.
everyone
Nancy.
says hello.
Miss Nancy.
She's a little under the weather in a sense today.
She's always a little under the weather. You're closer to the weather than she is.
I said I'm having a Dolphin Winter Special. The second one's coming up.
Oh, she said she's having a Dolphin Winter Special. The second one's coming up. Winters knows what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what she's talking about. Rum and Coke.
Yep.
Hey, sound like a plan to me.
Drinky poo number 2.
Drinking food number 2.
All right, number 2. 2 of 4.
2 of 4, he says. Well, she'll probably throw in a shot of tequila in there.
Oh shit! Why not? You already home? Why not?
And you guys going to watch the Columbine or anything like that this weekend? Or
right? Because there's really not much on television this weekend, so I don't see
If I can get it, if I can get it
watch
streaming, I'll probably try and look at it.
In fact, I got to find out.
I don't know where to watch it on.
I got you, Paul. I'm gonna send you a couple sites, Paul, and you can try them out. Or I'll tell you, always tell everybody, do food live streaming. Go on your Play Store if you have an Android phone. Do food live streaming, and you can sit there and search for it on there.
Oh, it'll be on that?
It probably, a lot of sporting events is on that. So I wouldn't be surprised. You just got to search for it. That's all. It's pop-ups. You got to watch the pop-ups.
I can watch on my TV.
Right. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes you get lucky and it's on YouTube, because I've been catching a lot of college basketball on YouTube lately. So I've been watching my college basketball. I watch more college basketball now than anything because the tournament is coming up. So
yeah. I'll have to see if I can bring it up on YouTube at all.
Yeah.
I want to see, I want to see what they're looking at and things.
Here's what you need right here. This little box right here, if I can get it down here.
What is that?
It's called a VC box. VSEEC. Or no, VSEE box. It's a Pro 2. So I basically get every channel that I can get and everything on it. It streams, like I get like all the local channels. I like when I'm here at the house, I watch Dolphins football, the away games on CBS Miami. Like I have everything. I pay.
Not spending any more money right now.
Well, yeah. But if I ever get a good deal, Paul, I'll get you one.
Well, if you get a good deal, let me know.
I can get them right now for like $250, something like that. Pretty close to that. I paid $300 for mine like 2 years ago, but now they've got the new V5s, and you can watch all kinds of stuff. You can add all kinds of other apps. That's how it's legal. You can put it comes with like Netflix and all that, but you don't have to pay for it. You go in these other apps, these streaming apps. Not going to guarantee they're supposed to be on there, but you can download about anything. It's just like a Fire Stick. But there's just so much cool stuff. Like I was watching the stuff with the NFL Network right here on the box. So, yeah, I've got all friends and family. We all have them. My parents got them. Everybody has them. It's a nice thing to have. So, my aunt was paying $351 a month for just cable and like streaming services. She bought the boxes. She's had them for about 3 months now and already paid them off already, basically. What's up,
Shake?
What's up, Shake?
What's up, Shake Money?
Shake, we got to talk, man. Wrestling. Oh, to the folks that's in the professional wrestling, Mr. Polk, you should listen to this. We'll be doing the podcast, if I'm correct, this Saturday, if I'm correct. Just Shake's got to remember and let me know exactly the time. But I'm looking forward to doing that this Saturday morning with him. That should be fun.
Okay, around what time?
I think it was between 10 or 11, if I'm correct.
Okay.
But yeah.
Winners, what's that going to be on? Like, where are you guys going to have that so I can watch it? I don't know if I'll be on
right now. Here we go. Oh, shit. My bad, Shake. There you go.
You're muted, Shake.
What's going on? Yeah, I mean, I was aiming for 11, but if you have something better time, then let me know.
No, 11 is good. That'll work. I can do 11.
Okay, that's perfect.
So, yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that with Shake. I mean, it's definitely off season, but professional wrestling, I've loved professional wrestling since the age of 2. It's a soap opera. It is predetermined, but those men and women work their asses off, because I've actually trained, and that shit hurts. And that shit is not for everybody. It really isn't. It takes a different mindset, for them to do it. People got to understand that these men and women just don't go through wrestling school and then they're put on television. No, they go through indies. They go through living in their cars, and the stories that you hear. And I mean, trust me, like the trials and tribulations that these men and women go through, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I remember back in the day, like reading the magazines and stuff like that. It was a lot. Before the internet, we had word of mouth. You know what I mean? So it was definitely fun. And that was, I'll be honest with you, besides football, wrestling will bring people together that you don't know from a can of paint in a heartbeat. And you can sit there and just sit there and talk about it all day long. So, yeah.
Winners, have you seen that new? I think it's on A&E, but it's called LFG, where it's the new people trying to train, and it's got the Taker. It's got couple of the different legends. Have you seen that yet? The new series?
I've been seeing clips of it, but I've been trying to catch up on AEW at the same time. Plus, I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they're actually been having a major event coming up because one of their major wrestlers is retiring, Tanahashi. He's had a 20-plus year career. So I haven't caught up with WWE. I know Elimination Chamber is this weekend. I got to catch up with SmackDown on Friday to catch up with that and see what Raw was last week before I can watch that. So it's a lot. I watch a lot of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I'm behind on AEW and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So because I'm actually going, it's a pay-per-view actually going to be here in April. April 6th. It's called Dynasty. It's going to be at the Leocore Center. Me and my friends are actually going to be there. So, that's going to be fun. So, because it'll be the first AEW pay-per-view here in Philadelphia. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing about wrestling, though, that I like, and that's very underrated. No matter, you could be the best athlete. The company could put millions and millions of dollars behind you, but if you don't excite the crowd, if you can't control the crowd, then you're out. You're donezo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and also too, there's a show there's a program that comes on one of the cable channels called The Dark Side of Wrestling. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is awesome. Into what really goes on in wrestling, watch The Dark Side of Wrestling. They show it's a series that comes on pretty much every week. I forgot the channel what it is, what it's on, but it's nice. It shows you what goes on in wrestling that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, on this box.
Put on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, on this box, I just started watching. I started watching season 1 from the very back. I have every episode you can pull up on TV series, and there's so many that I missed. I didn't realize it was on there, and it's great.
Yo, it's man, you talking about things that you like. I'll be honest with you. I'm an enthusiast. Like, I've read up on these guys. I know their real names. I stopped with WWE when Vince bought everything. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch more New Japan, because when you buy everything, you have no competition. So there's no need for me to watch something that you have no competition. You're gonna do whatever the fuck you want, and you're not gonna do what the fans want. You're gonna do what you want. So I went to New Japan and started watching a lot of New Japan stuff, and Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor was based out of Philadelphia. Started watching that, and because ECW was based out of Philly before Vince bought that too as well. So,
right.
Yeah, man. I mean, and I'll tell Shake, I want one of the topics to be football players actually having wrestling matches, and that could be one of our topics on the first show. Like, I know people don't understand. Like, it's going to be some really interesting stories. Like, I could tell you the story when Lawrence Taylor was wrestling against Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania, and then you had Mongo from the Bears. He transitioned to it. It's like a lot of guys transitioned from the sports of NFL to be a wrestler, and some are really successful. Yeah.
I also want to add one more thing too. If you have a Fire Stick or you have some kind of source of streaming, there are actually apps that you can go on and watch wrestling from back in the days. So if you want to try to go back and years back and see some of the matches, they're shown on some of the streaming some streaming channels. So,
Mr. Polk, I got one better for you. You can go on YouTube, and you can actually. There are so many channels right now that are showing wrestling from old Florida wrestling, old Texas wrestling. They're showing house shows that we never got a chance to see when we were younger. And they're putting that on YouTube. Like, I've actually found one that's 10 hours of house show matches that were never shown on video. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, tag teams that you never thought of, matches that you never thought of. So, yeah, it's a long one.
Hey, listen, one of my favorite matches, and it wasn't a football player, Dennis Rodman versus Macho Man in Sturgis. That was funny as hell. That was a good match.
That was comical. Definitely. Without a doubt. But I don't want to take up the whole show and talk about professional wrestling. I wanted to sit there and definitely talk about the Dolphins a little bit more before we get off. What would you? Okay, this would be a good topic, and this is a good question. What would you guys be looking at the combine? What would you guys be looking at this upcoming combine? What type of player would you be looking for to add to this the Miami Dolphins offense and defense?
Well, all the holes we need to fill.
If I may start, obviously, a good power running back for offense and some safeties for defense.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Shay. Because McDaniel spoke on that not too long ago about definitely getting a running back. So hopefully it's a power back because we did let Chris Brooks go to the Green Bay Packers and that man balling out over there.
I want an offensive line or defensive line that's got fast feet and they could bench press that 225 like 40, 50 times. That's what I want to see.
We got a lot of holes to fill, so as long as they're drafting in spots we need to fill, I'll be good.
I want to see the cheerleaders more also.
Amen to that.
What was it? Paul, you said you want to see the underwear? Is that what you want to see, the underwear Olympics?
You know it, Shake. You know it.
I think everybody was oh my goodness. I have to really change my put some good glasses on so I can see.
Hey, Winters, real quick, do you remember what wrestler he was tag team? He's missed his front teeth, but he lost his brother in a car wreck just recently. Well, like the last year or so.
Oh, that's good grief, what's his name?
Are you talking about the Bushwhackers?
No, not the Bushwhackers.
No, he's in AEW. His brother's in AEW.
His brother's in AEW. He just lost his brother in a car wreck. You talking about Briscoe? You talking about Briscoe?
Yes.
Yeah, you talking about Jabrisky is him and his daughters was in a car and they got into a car wreck in Delaware. They were not even a few blocks away from their home. Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe and I share the same birthday.
You know something cool about them? I know you've met them. Chris Otwell that did the shirts for the web.
Yes, I seen them. I seen. Shout out to Chris Otwell and shout out to our brother. Oh my God, Finsassin. You know, he actually they both came up to Philly to the Ring of Honor show, and I met them at the show. So they were up here supporting Mark Briscoe because they're really, really good friends with him. Like, you know, that's family to them. So
yeah, he did a couple of the shirts for him. Like all of a sudden that the Briscoe guy would need a shirt for that he would wear into the ring. Chris told me that a couple times. Hopefully I was allowed to say that though. If not, he'll yell at me. But yeah, he's got the hook up there and talks to them guys, and he was like, they said they're like family. And
yes.
The way Chris can do some shirts and stuff too, and his printing abilities. You know, if you ever need shirts and stuff, what he does for his community down there too as well.
Absolutely.
I like to shout out anybody that helps out their community. That's for sure, and Chris does that for all that down there.
Agreed. 100%.
Shifting back to the Dolphins, one thing I'm excited for is that we're finally going to have 2 years of the same defense for out of the so in the McDaniels era. We're going to have 2 years of the same defense coordinator.
And that's a great observation, Jake. That's a great observation. And I think if we can build on that during the draft, that could be a really, really good thing for us because we can actually try to commit to it and have a solid foundation so that we already know what we can expect. You know, the only problem is right now because we can't get everything in 1 year. Let's be realistic about this. We can't get everything in 1 year. You know, we're going to still lack something even after this draft. We're still going to lack something. Praying that we can get everything this year, it would be lovely. But we're going to be lacking something, you know, and that's what's going to worry me. You know, what are we going to be lacking? Because I'll be honest with you. We need to build up our offensive and our defensive lines. That's what, for me, that's what I'm looking at the draft. I know we need safeties. I know we have a lot of holes. But you're going to have to start somewhere. And if you start at the offensive and the defensive line, that starts to build the foundation of what this team can be.
Yeah, we're like a modular home right now. We're just sitting on a couple blocks with a lot of holes missing through. Just needs one big gust to win, and we're in trouble.
Absolutely. And that's why I keep saying, I got a coworker. I work with my coworker. He's a Dolphins fan just like I am. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, dude, we got a lot of holes that we need to fill. And it's kind of worrisome. I'm not even going to lie to you.
But I definitely will say this, though. I will say this, with Weaver not leaving and staying back with us, I honestly think the defense is going to get better. He's going to find a way to put the guys that he has on his team. Plus, he gets to put that extra fingerprint hands on because he knows what he's got. And I think he already knew what he was going to lose. And I just think we're going to be in the. I have a feeling we're going to be in a top 5 defense. We're going to be nasty. I just have that feeling.
The scary part for me, and I think to maybe that everybody on this panel could probably agree on, is what is this offense going to look like next season? That's what scares me. I don't care what anybody says. It scares the hell out of me if we have to go through what we went through this past season. So
I agree.
We need thick Tua, and we need an offensive line and 2 guards. And like I said, you keep Tua healthy. If Tua didn't get hurt, I think we could have possibly ran for the division. Like, I think we could have stayed with the Bills.
Agreed. I mean, listen, the man played the game of his life against the Bills in Buffalo, and I'm going to keep sitting there. That man he literally had the game of his life in Buffalo. He did. I tell people that. I watched that game and I said, I don't think I've never seen Tua play a game. I don't count the 70-20 game. I put that in the distance. You're talking about a competitive game that we lost by 3 points. That was the best I've ever seen that man play, hands down, in a game. It was balls to the wall. The game was on the line. He took us on 3 different drives that started at the 5-yard line or less and drove us down for touchdowns. So the man can do it. We all know he can do it.
Yeah.
The question mark is what is Mike McDaniel going to put to sit there and allow this to happen again? Because I'm going to be honest with you. We can't keep doing this yo-yo shit with him because that's what we've been getting this season. The last few seasons, we've gotten our hopes up, and then we on here talking about what the fuck did we watch, either in person or on TV or on our phones.
Exactly. That's one of the big things that I come back when everybody wants to bash Tua. What has he done? This and that. One of the first things I come back and say is, what quarterback have we had that has actually went through 3 straight drives up in Buffalo, fighting for the game in a playoff game, and then make it like that and give a run for their money?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then all the haters don't know what to say. Then they're like, they're just like they're dumbfounded because it's like we're shooting facts, man. They don't know. And Tua didn't. I don't even know how many times. I don't even think he got sacked 1 or 2 times that game. He barely got touched.
They got to him. I think if I'm correct, they got to him early in that game, and once they got to him on like a couple plays early in the game. Then after that, we started protecting for him really well, and we gave him time. And one thing, we are a rhythmatic type team. We've seen it, Johnny O, Paul, yourself, Derek, and Shake. You guys have seen it in person when the Miami Dolphins get into that rhythm. Nobody can stop us. When we miss or skip a beat, that's when there's a problem. And we've seen that. So I tell anybody, we can get into that rhythm where we can dictate on this is what we're gonna run. Y'all not gonna be able to stop it, and then our defense does what they're supposed to do. We can be unstoppable. We can beat anybody. I really believe that. But until we can get all these outside noises and all this stuff that's going on in the locker room and people doubting the locker room and the coaches, and we get all that out of there, we don't get that out of there, we're going to be right back where we are right now, or maybe worse.
Well, there was even like a couple of the sports people saying, the playoffs are won in the trenches and down in the running game in the wintertime. We can't just rely on the pass. We always went one dimensional where we started doing well at something. We keep passing screens. You know, you got to pound the rock. We got to change it up a little bit here and there, and not be so predictive. Biggest thing comes down to is how big is McDaniel's head going to be. Hopefully, it got deflated a little bit this year, knowing that his ass is on the hot seat.
Yeah, we shall see. Like Johnny always says, we gotta wait and see.
Wait and see.
It's
Guys,
coming
let's
up
hope-
on 30, guys. I think we're going to call it a night.
Perfect timing. Yo, great episode, guys. Thank you to everybody that watched on all the platforms tonight. Thank you to my Fins brothers that's up here. Johnny O, Derek, Mr. Paul, Jake Money, and Papa Paul. Love you guys, and I miss the hell out of you guys, and I can't wait to do this again on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. If you're into professional wrestling, check us out on March 1st, Saturday at 11 a.m. on YouTube, right, Shay?
Yep, the Fins tailgate, baby.
Right on the Fins tailgate. We'll be talking professional wrestling for a couple hours. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. Anything everybody else want to add?
No, I think you got it all, brother.
Yeah, you killed it. Great show, everybody. Thanks, and I get excited about being on here. Thanks everybody for letting me be part of the Fins family. You guys are all great.
Appreciate you, man. Definitely.
Peace, love, and fins up, all.
Peace, love, fins up, guys.
See you guys on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye.